Rika and welcome to Run and Become. And today we're going to be chatting a little bit about juniors, so juniors running shoes. Obviously here at Run and Become we do mainly adults, but we also definitely cater for children, which is very important. So you as a parent are probably wondering a couple of things about what type of shoes are best to get for your child for running. So two major questions we get asked a lot are, one is, are there different widths of shoes? Obviously some children's feet are wider, some are narrower, and there are some brands that come up a little bit broader than others at the present time. Particularly at the moment, the Mizuno can tend to come up a little bit wider, so that's a good brand to go for a wider foot. Also the Adidas tend to come up a little bit narrower. Now the other question that often we get asked is, do the children, if they overpronate, do they need the support shoes or do they not need them? So yes, some children do need the support shoes and some don't, but it's definitely on a different level from the adults. Here we will watch the child run and look at their gait and do a natural gait analysis just as we would and do with the adults. But we have to remember that children are growing so fast, everything's changing so rapidly. And so it's important, even if we go for a support shoe, that it's not clamping the foot in, it's not clamping the body in, because in 6 months' time, if the length is still okay, then they could be doing something else. Their legs are growing, knees working a different way, all sorts of things are changing all the time. So we definitely have the support shoes, but we're very, very careful to give just the right amount of support and not too much. Also, cushioning-wise, definitely the children's shoes have great cushioning. Obviously you don't need as much as with us, with adults, because they're so much lighter. But the flexibility in the shoe is also terribly important, especially as their feet and everything are working so well when they're younger, and they're not lazy in any kind of way. So we want to really keep that going and not clamp the feet in too much so the flexibility is lost. And now for the question of size. As we know that generally it's good to have between a half to a full thumb's width at the end of the toe to the end of the shoe for us. For children, we really take time to fit the shoe perfectly so that there's definitely at least a full thumb's width once they're standing up between the end of the toe to the end of the shoe, because as I'm sure you are more than well aware, they will be out of them pretty quickly. So it's always good to definitely err on the side of making them a little bit bigger, as long as they're not tripping over them. But that's what we check when we watch them run. Also, another question that we are often asked is, when do the children use the training shoes and when do children use the spikes? It's quite simple really. If they're doing their warm-up and there are any jogs on the tarmac or grass, then the training shoes, the running shoes, are fantastic for that. The only time you use spikes is when you're doing a session. But still, even for drills, for warming up, it's really best to stick with the training shoes and only put the spikes on when it's really needed. Because the problem is if you use spikes too much, then the calves get tight and then you can get pains from that. So really we want to protect their little feet and legs as much as possible. And we also have the junior clothing as well. So anything that your child needs for running, we have it. So bring your family in, and we'll make sure that everyone's fitted out in the best gear for what they need. So thank you so much for watching, and have a great training session with your kids and have fun this summer.